let us discuss one important application in the chemical equilibrium. Okay, so already we discussed degree of dissociation depends on the volume. Okay, so in the Oswald's law of dilution also we discussed how alpha value depends on the volume. Okay, so here we discuss how alpha depends on the volume depending upon the different types of reactions. Okay, see here, when delta n equal to 0, two cases we discuss, no need to discuss the third case. Okay, when delta n, that is total number of moles of gas products minus total number of moles of gaseous reactants is equal to 0, and another case is when delta n greater than 0. Okay, delta n is greater than 0. So here let us take an example of this reaction. Okay, suppose we have 1 mole of HI is taken initially. So here 0. Okay, at time t equal to 0, there is no product formed. Okay, so let us assume that alpha is the degree of dissociation. So here we have 2 moles. So that's why here we get minus 2 alpha. Okay, so here 1 mole of H2 is formed plus alpha. So here plus alpha. Already we discussed how to write this ice table in the previous lecture. So here at equilibrium 1 minus 2 alpha, alpha, alpha. Okay, so here n total at equilibrium. Okay, n total at equilibrium equal to 1 minus 2 alpha plus alpha plus alpha. Okay, so here minus 2 alpha, alpha will get cancelled. So finally we have total number of moles at equilibrium equal to 1. Okay, so now Kp is equal to Kn into P by n whole power delta n. Okay, Kp equal to Kn into P by n whole power delta n. See here, delta n equal to 0, right? So we get Kp is equal to Kn. So this formula already we discussed. Here we are discussing the delta n equal to 0. So something power 0, that is equal to 1. So Kp equal to Kn. So therefore Kp is equal to, what is Kn? Number of moles of H2 into number of moles of I2 by number of moles of Hi whole power 2. So no, Kn expression. Okay, so if you substitute the equilibrium moles of H2 and I2 by 1 minus 2 alpha whole square. Okay, so therefore here we get Kp is equal to alpha square or by 1 minus 2 alpha whole square. See here in this expression, is there any volume term is involved here? No. Sir, no. Kp equal to alpha square by 1 minus 2 alpha whole square. Is there any volume term is involved here? No volume term is involved. So that's why here, therefore, alpha does not depend on volume. So if any volume term is involved, then only we get directly proportional, inversely proportional, whatever it may be. But there is no volume term is involved here. So alpha does not depends on the volume. Very, very important. Okay. When delta n equal to 0 means total number of moles of gas products equal to total number of moles of gaseous reactants. In that case, whatever the volume you use, alpha is same at a particular temperature. Okay, so alpha does not depends on the volume when delta n is equal to 0. Okay, now let us see another case when delta n greater than 0. Okay, when delta n greater than 0. So here also let us assume that initially we have 1 mole of PCl5, no product is formed, and then degree of dissociation is alpha. Here we have 1 mole of PCl5, so alpha. So here plus alpha, 1 mole of each are formed, right? So here 1 minus alpha moles are present at equilibrium. Okay, so now total number of moles at equilibrium is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha plus alpha. Okay, so that we get 1 plus alpha. So no, total number of moles at equilibrium. Okay, and also here delta n is equal to 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. Okay, delta n is equal to 1. See, number of moles of gas products 2 moles minus number of moles of gas reactants 1 mole. So that's why 2 minus 1, that is 1. Okay, now Kp is equal to Kn into P by N whole power delta N. Okay, so Kp equal to Kn into P by N whole power delta N. This is equilibrium constant in terms of number of moles, total pressure at equilibrium, total number of moles at equilibrium. Okay, so if you substitute here, Kp is equal to Kn, number of moles of PCl3 into number of moles of Cl2 by number of moles of PCl5. Okay, so equilibrium constant Kn in terms of number of moles into P by N. Okay, delta N is 1, so that's why here we get P by N. Okay, so now Kp is equal to number of moles of PCl3 is alpha, number of moles of Cl2 is also alpha, number of moles of PCl5 is 1 minus alpha. Okay, into here we can write RT by V. Okay, we can write here RT by V. How we are getting this one? From the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. Okay, PV is equal to nRT. Okay, so from this one, if you rearrange this, we get P by N is equal to RT by V. Yes or no? Take this V this side and N left side, so we get P by N equal to RT by V. That we have substituted in the place of P by N, we are getting RT by V. Okay, so from this one, Kp is equal to alpha square by 1 minus alpha into RT by V. Okay, suppose if you bring this V this side, Kp into V equal to alpha square by 1 minus alpha into RT. Okay, see here, at a particular temperature, okay, at a fixed temperature, Kp is fixed, already we discussed. If temperature is constant, Kp equilibrium constant is constant. Okay, and R is already, that is a universal gas constant. Okay, so now at a particular temperature, this one and these three all are constant. So simply we get alpha V equal to alpha, V is directly proportional to alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Okay, so from this one we can say that when delta N equal to 0, okay, when delta N is greater than 0, sorry, not equal to 0, when delta N greater than 0, alpha increases with increase in volume. So now from this relation we can say that, see, whatever the reaction you take, when if that is delta N is greater than 0, definitely we get in this way only relation. Okay, so alpha directly proportional to volume. Okay, so here, and when delta N greater than 0, alpha decreases with decrease in volume. Okay, so means if volume increases, alpha also increases. If volume decreases, alpha also decreases. Okay, so in this way, degree of dissociation depends on the volume, depending upon the equilibrium reaction which we are discussing. Okay, if delta N is equal to 0, in that case alpha is independent of volume. Whatever the volume you take, alpha is same. Okay, but when delta N greater than 0, if you increase the volume, alpha value increases. If you decrease the volume, alpha value decreases. Okay, now let us see two problems. First one, equal amount of HI is taken in 5 liter and 10 liter vessels separately. Okay, so we have two vessels. In the two vessels we have taken HI, but one is 5 liter capacity, another one is 10 liter capacity. Then the degree of dissociation of HI is four options given: more in 5 liter vessel, more in 10 liter vessel, same in two vessels, not possible to determine. Okay, so they have provided HI in the two different vessels. Okay, so one is 5 liter, another one is 10 liter capacity. So here how can we answer this one? First let us write the dissociation of HI. Two moles of HI gives H2 plus I2. Okay, so this is the dissociation reaction for HI. Okay, so first let us identify what is delta N. See, 2 minus 2 equal to 0. Right? 2 moles of gas products minus 2 moles of gas reactant. So delta N equal to 0 means therefore alpha degree of dissociation is independent of, okay, independent of volume of vessel in which reaction is carried out, okay, or in which this dissociation is taking place. Means what is the answer? Same in two vessels, yes or no? Because the degree of dissociation of HI does not depends on how much volume of the vessel. Okay, so that depends on the temperature. Okay, so that is a different case which already we discussed. Clear? So here alpha does not depends on volume of the vessel. So what is our answer? Same in two vessels. Because what is the reason? Because delta N equal to 0. Okay, next let us see another problem. Equal amounts of NH3 ammonia is taken in 5 liter and 10 liter vessels separately. Then degree of dissociation of ammonia is. Okay, see here also similar options, same options, more in 10 liter vessel, more in 5 liter vessel, same in two vessels, not possible to determine. Okay, so here also first we have to see, if you find this type of problems, only thing you have to do is that write the balanced chemical equation and find delta N. Okay, so here NH3 dissociate to give N2 plus H2 gas. Okay, N2 plus H2 gas. So if you take 2 moles of NH3, we get N2 plus 3 moles of H2 gas. Okay, 3 moles of H2 gas. This is the balanced chemical equation. So what is the delta N here? Delta N is equal to, see, 1 plus 3 minus 2, that equal to 4 minus 2, that is 2, greater than 0. Therefore delta N is greater than 0. So no, delta N is how much? 2, that is greater than 0. Okay, so we have calculated delta N. Now delta N greater than 0 means, already we discussed, when delta N greater than 0, alpha is more. Okay, alpha is more when volume is more. Yes or no? Because alpha value increases with the increase in volume. So what is the answer now? More in the 10 liter vessel. Okay, more in the 10 liter vessel. Same substance, it is same temperature taken in two different containers. But one container has a 10 liter capacity, another vessel has 5 liters capacity. Okay, so because here delta N is greater than 0, so that's why when volume is more, then degree of dissociation is also more. Clear? Very simple and very, very important also. Already this type of problems asked in the different entrance examinations. Okay, so first find the delta N. For that you must be able to write balanced chemical equation. See, sometimes they are giving the reaction in the problem, but sometimes they may not provide. Okay, we have to write the balanced chemical equation and then find delta N. Okay, whether it is equal to 0, greater than 0 or less than 0. Okay, clear? So in the next lecture we discuss some other important problems. Okay, thank you.